talking crap about me, James?
what? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Okay. And put this away. Microphone is crazy today, but you know what? Let's get started.
Shadow Smokers Legion.
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 Shadow Smokers Legion for life.
Shadow Smokers Legion!
Shadow Smokers Legion.
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 Shadow Smokers Legion. And yes, I need a haircut.
Shadow Smokers Legion, baby. And for those that you couldn't understand that.
Shadow Smokers Legion!
Yeah, here we go. This sound. Hey guys, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. There's waiting James and Arbor on the other side. I don't know if Michael is gonna be on or if Hashimoto is gonna be on. So, but now there's sound, right? Now there's sound. I clicked it off without remembering that they clicked it off. Anyway, so today I got some stuff to show you guys. Once I'm at it, and then we'll do chat. Hi to Joseph, Buffalo Bush Outdoor, Steve, Rakowski, Kat, Mike Clark, Joe Sparaccio, and Jim Walcott. You know, actually, it's perfect because Mike Clark is here, and I want to talk about this. So let's talk about this. So we had these made. These are acrylic pieces of the logo. So I did that thing. And I had talked to Mike Clark, and he's gonna try to put it onto the bottom of an ashtray. So this will be like a part of an ashtray, and then we can go from there as to how to produce them. So I have these. I'm gonna send a few to Mike Clark, so he'll be able to do it. So Mike Clark, these are going to you soon. And you know, some of these I probably gotta keep to make it into a coaster or something like that, because these are solid. So, but yeah, I got more stuff to show you guys. But I finally received it today, and we'll show one by one. But for now, I had to light up a cigar, and today I actually found this in my humidor. All this time I did not know I have this cigar. Okay, it's a Micallef Experiencia. It's a huge cigar. Let's see, 52x7 natural. So yeah, big cigar. I don't know if I can finish it, but we'll try. Okay.
I think you're just trying to say it's a huge cigar to try to compensate for Woody. You're not getting off the hook.
I'm already off that hook. That hook is no longer exists. Okay.
No, but you're over exaggerating the size of these cigars.
It is pretty big. It is pretty. No, I gotta go closer. Look how big this is. Look. It cover the whole entire screen. Alright,
We're on to you, man. I'm keeping you in check.
Alright, let's do this. A little bit of a tie draw on this one. I don't know.
You concur, James?
Yeah, guys have been exaggerating the size of their cigars for years.
What? Okay, so, wow. It's different, I guess. It's different. Salty and citrusy at the same time. I don't know if that's a good combination. Anyway, so I know for those people who watch the raffle show, okay, there are 2 people that won 2 pieces of aluminum coasters. So I got these in today. These are aluminum coasters. I actually have these made as demos by Maurice, right? So there's 1 piece that has a different color, okay? And so one person's got to get 2 of the same thing. The other person's got to get like 1 of each. Because that's what I have, okay? And I just want to show it to you guys how it looks like. Basically, they're brushed aluminum, okay? And there's a thick layer of something between. I don't know what that is. And I put a velvet backing on it. So I put it on there and I cut it around it. So now it's velvet backing on it so it doesn't slip all over the place. So that's one of the version. And the other version is actually this, where the hat is white. Like, you know, the face is more white in comparison. There you go. Alright. So this one has more white ink on it. This one has red ink on it. So they're kind of like slightly different. I actually like this a lot better. So this is going to be one of those limited edition ones, which I don't plan to make until later on. But this one, I made a crap load on this. Okay. What happened is, I think what I will do is either put it with the sweat kit for the 2021 meet. Okay. Or they will become like, you know, set that you can get, you know, set of 2 or something like that. Because I think you have at least 2 cups. Why will you only get 1, right? So I'll probably put them as set of 2s for future. But this is gonna take a while. So these 2 sets are going out as prizes soon, and the rest of them, it'll take a while because literally it will take me time to get each one of these, put backing on it, cut around it. Each one takes like 2-3 minutes. So, you know, you can think that if I'm gonna go through like 100 pieces of these, it'll take a while. So, but yeah, Ivan. Hey, Ivan. So yeah, I mean, just give you guys a closer look on these. All right, so you guys can see it. One has a black background, one has a white background. I think what is gonna be normal is this one, okay? This one is gonna be normal. All right. Okay, and as we continues, we got those stickers in. So I want to show you guys the stickers. They are not gonna be available immediately because I wanted to wait on them and decide what I want to do with them. So here, I just want to show it to you guys how it looks like. Now, at first, when we first test out the gold batch, it looks so funny. It looks like this. This is how we test it out. Like, we use gold paper, and then this is how it looks like. All right, this is where you get the. That's how it looks like. Okay. All right, yeah. Okay, and then after some adjustment, we finally got to this point.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so now the face is white, and then what words are gold. This is actually like gold flakes. I don't know if you guys see it, but then like there's this is gold flakes on them. So, all right. The T-shirt, you can go to the description below. If you go to the description, there's links on it. Links for the T-shirts. Welcome back, Evan. All right.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Good. So that's the version that we went with. That's the black and gold. All right, black and gold, and like these won't have 2 because these were the tests. Okay, and then we had the white and gold. The white and gold. This is more like a final version of it. White and gold. All right. White and gold. Gotta show this camera too. There you go. White and gold. All right. And I don't have a lot of these because I just have them. These were like more samples than anything, I think. Right, so I have some of these, not a lot, but I probably end up giving it away because you guys voted for this version. This is the version that you guys want. You guys rather have a black background, gold backing. So this is it. If I go closer, you can see the grain on it, right? You guys can see the grain. For James and people on the chat room side, it'll be harder because the camera isn't that good. But if you look at the YouTube side, you'll be able to see those grain. The gold grain. And of course, we have our OG logo as well, which looked like this. This was the first version. This was the first. They're tiny, right? First version. And then we fixed it. After we fixed it, now it looks like this. 6 of 2s. And they just peel off where the cut line is. It's not like this. So you left over with some gold paper. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, finally got these. These took 2.5 months to get here, or something like that. Some really long ass time. Some really ass time. So I finally got here. We'll try to make it work. Get it to work. Get it to everybody. Eventually. But yeah, what is going on right now is that Maurice is going to send me production pieces of these stuff, the acrylic and the aluminum. And what happened is if we can use on the ashtray, of course that would be the best. If we cannot use on the ashtray, they will be coasters, and because both are waterproof materials, so they will be nice coasters. Okay. All right. Now that's all I have to show. So let's go to chat room. Bam. All right. Let me get some music on because I cannot chat with without music. It's so like dead space. I feel like I'm talking to myself all the time. There we go.
This is a pretty good delay, man.
Pretty good delay? Oh yeah, you know, it's YouTube, not me. That's YouTube, not me.
I understand. I'm just saying. I was like, normally it's not this long, I don't think.
Well, with more people staying at home, you know, more people staying at home, you gotta have more internet delays and everything. So
yeah.
Now that we have the chat room, James and Albert say hi to everybody, I guess. And let me know while you're smoking. You're not smoking anything, James, of course, but everybody else. So yeah, we got James, we got Albert. Albert smoking, I think, an Arch type. And then I have Ivan. I don't know what Ivan's smoking.
Are you smoking, James?
James smoking air. James smoking air.
Oh, Vienna sausages.
Oh God, we got there that quickly. They really got there that quickly.
The fingers are as fat as Vienna sausages. That's what it was. That's all.
Yeah, we didn't get there yet, okay?
No, we haven't gotten there yet.
Hey, Aaron. So yeah, right now it seems like a lot of people are receiving their prizes already. I think if not everybody already. I think the only item that I'm still waiting on to ship the rest of the thing out are just 2 people that had t-shirts. I haven't got those t-shirts yet. Those t-shirts take forever. Still waiting to step up from one. Okay. Alright. So yeah, Michael Wells gotta wait for the temperature drop to 107 before he goes out. And Shane Stark is smoking a nasty Fridas tonight. Okay, good. Awesome. So yeah. And then I think a lot of people already made their order through the little guy cigar shop. And I think everybody's kind of satisfied. I haven't saw anybody that's unsatisfied yet. Including me. I know usually I have to find something to bitch about. I haven't got a chance to bitch about yet. I did order the Sereno, like a regular Maduro instead of the Maduro double X. I ordered that one because double X ran out. Some of you people, decided to order a bunch of those XX, and so I couldn't get any. All right, I had to wait. And I think they are on back order or something like that. Some ridiculous amount of back order. Say what?
It's your fault.
It's definitely not my fault. Definitely not my fault.
It's always Tony's fault.
I was going back and forth on that Maduro too. I was like, I gotta make sure there's more than 2 or 3 boxes before I order them, because if I order them, I don't know, hell's gotta break loose, the earth is gonna fall apart, all kind of stuff. flying shark, all kind of things gonna happen. So I actually make sure there's multiple orders left for other people to buy them before I do it.
But Tony, when you have OG0, that's like the same thing as having a target. It's the same shape as a target, so it's always going to be your fault.
No, a target will have to have a dot in the center. Just simply a round is not a target.
That's a little Asian dot in the center.
Oh yeah, and there's a back order on the Casa Cuevas as well, and I think it's the Connecticut. Most people are buying Connecticut's for some reason, and Connecticut is on back order. And we all know, second wave COVID-19 doesn't do any good for those factories to shut down and all that stuff. So who knows? Who knows? Yeah, be patient is the key word, I guess, in this time. Be patient. What is this?
What's the fun of being patient?
Yeah, be patient. Be patient. Okay, so that's those, and we're still gonna do smokers together. I think what I can do is for those people who I know there's a lot of people that's gonna have trouble getting that sampler kit between the two cigars, right? So what I want to do is first go with those short stacks. Number one, they're not expensive. They're easy to get, so we can get those short stacks and try them and see. I want to do again to see what we can figure out, like what's that similar to all the other house brands. If we can figure out what they are, and we can probably get a price going or something like that. On the core line Connecticut, but back order, but it's still on order. Very fast shipping with the little guy. Enjoy the Espinosa Murcielago today, and the La Madoria. Okay, so yeah. So what we're gonna do is I gotta talk to Michael later today or tomorrow. Have him figure out, have him figure out some stuff for later on. But what we can do is, if you are interested to play this game, is to get that short stack. To get that short stack sampler kit, and what we'll do, we'll smoke through those short stack samplers and see if we can guess what they were close to. So it's Aaron's fault. Aaron just said he got the last box of the Connecticut. Aaron's fault. Aaron's fault. Aaron's fault. Okay. So yeah.
Always Aaron's fault.
I think Tony set Aaron up, is what I think happened.
I don't even buy the Connecticut's, so that's not me. I didn't even buy the Connecticut's.
But you scared people enough that they went off and bought when they probably wouldn't have normally bought, and therefore Aaron...
No. See, because I only bought the Reservas. I only buy the Reservas. That's not my fault. It's Aaron's fault. See, there you go. Michael said it. Aaron's fault. Alright, it's Aaron's fault. So yeah, we'll do the sampler pack, smoke together. If I just had to figure out when you want to do it, because by next week we probably won't be able to do the double X, because I know there's not enough inventory and majority of people won't be able to play that game. So we will probably try to do with the sampler pack instead. Okay, now and I'll figure it out, and I'll post it in the homepage, and we'll figure it out. How can I join from YouTube? You cannot join from YouTube, but I can give you a link. Here we go. Hold on a second. Let's Giannis. Where is he? Oh, here we go. I can almost figure out who the regulars are and just send everybody the regulars link. So I might as well do that. I just while I'm at it, I'm just gonna send all those people links, and they're like, what the hell? But yeah, okay. I'm just gonna send everybody the link. Send everybody the link. And where's it? Hashimoto? Where are you? Hashi. Yeah, when you want to look for someone's name, you couldn't look at all that list, and you should have had a short list because you just chat with him not long ago. Here we go. Okay. So that's and Casa Cueva, Connecticut in Toro size. Toro size. Anyway, so next thing is that I don't want anybody to say I never said to tell you guys. Okay, the coin is available in the little guy cigar shop. Okay, coin is available now. You know, the old keychain that if you guys missed it is still available. All those things are available over at his website now. Don't say I didn't mention it. I mentioned it, and that's probably that'll be the last time I mention it. So, gotta be the last time I mentioned that. So you guys know, it's on there. At a limited quantity. I'm not gonna print more, but then yeah, it's a limited quantity. If you guys want it, time to get it. Okay. So I don't want you guys to get it just simply order as is. Okay. If you gotta pick some cigar up and pick up that one, and then they can save on the shipping, do that. Like, you know, I don't really want you guys to pay more shipping to get it than you should, right? So if you can get it, boom, and pay less shipping, you know, save shipping with your cigar order, then do that. You know, if not, there's kind of no point, right? You know what I'm saying? The point is for you guys to save on shipping. Don't pay shipping if you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? That's what, you know. If you gotta get a cigar anyway, it makes sense, right? Okay. And what else is next that I need to announce?
It's kind of like if you buy the coin and then you pay the shipping on the coin, you might as well go buy a cigar because you gotta get the cigar for free.
Technically, yeah. If you're buying cigars, like, you know, if you go to that $70-something, what happened? You know, if you buy some, you got the total amount had to reach $70-something, right? So if you reach $70-something and you save on your shipping, why not do that? Because technically, $70-something, the shipping itself is literally one Reserva cigar, almost, right? Almost a Reserva cigar. So might as well buy a cigar or something like that to cover for that cost, and then make sure you don't pay shipping on it. And that's probably the better way than, you know, than paying the shipping. I don't know. But a little bird told me that I actually throw Michael Wells quite a bit of stuff that he can give away or run an event with. So that might happen. So if you guys gotta wait, go ahead, wait it. And then just when that happens. Anthony. What's going on, Anthony? Anthony, you look tired. You look tired. What happened? Win too much money when you come home and then just slept?
Yeah, no, I didn't win. I won the first day, not the second day. I gave it all back.
It's all good. It's still fun. If all you do is break even, it's still fun, right? So.
Yeah. Well, as long as you know, don't lose more than I was gonna plan on.
It's very important. I mean, if you bring a lot of money over there, you win some, you get your, you know, comp strings and all that stuff, and then you give it back afterwards, it's still not that bad.
No. I'm just finishing up the Cuban with your pick.
How'd you like the pick?
Oh, it's working well.
It's surprisingly simple solution, right? Just have two picks instead of one pick, and then it will not turn around.
Right, yeah.
Only here. You know, you'll think that other picks will be that, but then other picks is like kind of weird. But you know, that one works, so why not? Right? Why not? I know I have something else to announce, and I cannot remember exactly what that is. I really wonder what that is. Who's watching TV?
Me. Watching the fight.
Okay, hold on a second. Where is it? Oh, I just got. Okay. All right, so Hashimoto will be on in a few too. Hashimoto will be on a few. I'm gonna make the music lower because it's quite loud today. Yeah. So let's talk about cigar in terms of sizes. Okay, let's talk about cigar in terms of sizes. Now, I know we all know the industry majority of people smoke Robusto, right? Majority of the people smoke Robustos. There are some people that love Toro more than Robustos, not only because of size but flavor, right? The flavor of Toros are slightly different than Robusto, right? And then we have, even bigger than the Toro. You have more like weird sizes. And then if you go the other spectrum, you get like Corona, you get like Flying Pigs, you get the ooh. Martin, you're muted. You're muted.
I have been summoned by the soy sauce assassin.
You have. I just want you to be out there, enjoy a smoke,
I got one.
Yeah. It's Matia Maya back at it again.
Back at it again.
So.
What's up, guy?
So while I'm finishing my point, we're talking about cigar sizes. For the regular spectrum, we have Robustos, we have Toros, and we have something bigger than Toro, like Billy Cosos, and I keep going on, right? But on the other spectrum, you start to see less and less functional reason for smaller sizes, right? You get Corona sizes, and you get like Petit Corona. You get even smaller than that. Eventually, you get like cigarellos, right? You start to have less and less and less and less and less things that you're getting for your money. At the same time, less filler, less everything. Like, why do you think people like those smaller sizes? Like, for example, I think Flying Pig is really popular size. So why would anybody go towards a Flying Pig size versus a Robusto size? What do you guys think? Because technically they have the same amount of stuff. They pretty much have the same amount of stuff, right? Between
the Flying Pigs, they're fatter.
They're fatter, yes, but like in terms of overall content.
Novelty, man, novelty.
And then we have the Firecrackers, and we have the Perfecto, which really isn't perfect. And we have all those sizes, but then they don't come to an agreement what a perfect size should be, right? I mean, if Perfecto is perfect, then there shouldn't be any other sizes out there, right? If Perfecto was perfect, then there shouldn't be any other sizes. What do you guys think?
I'm liking this for PD.
Right? If perfect. Oh yeah. By the way, Martin, did you see what I'm smoking today?
No. Oh yeah.
I found one in my humidor. I was like, "What the hell is this thing doing in my humidor?" I don't even know when I got it.
He was right next to his Gurkhas.
No, the Gurkha's in the bag. I'm thinking whether or not to send it to Jeff.
It better not have been next to the Gurkhas.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of citrusy and salty at the same time.
I haven't had that one, but how do you like it?
This one is called the Experiencia. Experiencia.
Experiencia, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I just taste it.
I believe came out either late 2019 or early this year.
I don't even know when I got this. Apparently I got.
Martin, are you looking to do the passport?
The what?
Are you looking to do the passport? Micallef passport? Micallef
I haven't seen
passport?
that one.
All 17 cigars, 16 cigars?
I haven't seen that. Like sampler, where's it at?
Yeah, it's like Micallef is, they put together a passport, and if you smoke all the cigars and save the band and put it on there and turn it
Yeah, I
in.
heard about that.
Yeah.
No, I mean I haven't thought about it. There's one shop that I found out down the street from me carries the Micallef cigars. So there's two cigars I want to try. There's one that is called the Unnamed cigar.
Yes. There's the Maduro, Torcido, it's the Torcidos, or whatever, it's the Maduro version of that.
Okay. And there's another one that I saw that I wanted to try. Can't remember what it's called though.
Well, I can tell you that this cigar it's kind of weird. It wasn't bad per se, but that definitely doesn't go good with coffee or teas. Right? It's like the citrusy and saltiness is so overwhelming that you drink anything, it makes that taste weird.
You need
I don't think I've ever had a salty cigar.
Hmm?
I don't think I've ever had a salty cigar.
This is salty. You can taste it. It's salty.
Well, with citrus and salt, you need tequila.
Tequila, yeah.
Go make a.
Now, see, that's the thing. If I bring down tequila to go with this cigar, this show will end very quickly. Okay? This show will end very quickly.
It would just go there really quick.
Alright? I was just like, puff, shot, done. The end. The end of the show. You'll just see my chair. I'll be on the ground.
So,
Fetal position and go, you know?
So you're saying you end up like Martina to get sick.
Here it comes.
Martin actually pulled it through. I mean, he go to vomit and he came back. Like, you know, but I'm telling you, like, you know, four shots tequila later, 5 shots tequila, I will be on the ground and I'm not coming back. Alright? I'm catching on my sleep after that. I am not coming back.
I'll be right back.
The rest of the 2 hours, we were just laughing about you.
Alright, you guys will continue to chat for the rest of the night. This thing will go all the way to the morning. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, laughing about you not coming back.
Yeah. Well, you'll still hear me. You know, who knows? I'll be on the ground. You'll hear my noises. You go, you'll probably hear me crap myself. You know, all that stuff might happen while I'm on the ground. Who knows? That's why. No drinking while I'm shooting. No. Anyways, so.
Drinking and shooting doesn't go together.
I hope not. Yeah, I remember what I was gonna announce. So you guys saw me put out a post about the 2021 New York City meeting, alright? For those people who doesn't know what that is about, last year we talked about we should do a gigantic meeting to go to New York together to hang out, to smoke, to drink, with as many members as possible, alright? And we talked about that, and you know, even though a lot of members has left or getting kicked out, all that stuff, now we have so many members left. We need to kind of figure out how many members are going. Now, it might sound like there's not a lot of people going, but I can tell you that, you know, if you have 20 people with plus ones, that's 40. You know, how big a place do you think that we're going, right? Majority of places will have trouble holding 200 people total. Right? Majority of restaurants in New York have trouble holding 200 people total, including their employees, right? So having 40 people taking up one spot, it's already a lot, right? So I wouldn't think that there's not a lot of people going. I think at that point, even we have 10 plus ones, plus a few people, that's still 20, 30 people in one spot. So I think that's a lot of people. But I do have to find out how many swag in total I have to get, how many cigars that we're thinking for the manufacturer to make if we end up getting that going.
Is there a price point involved?
I originally were thinking between $75 to $100 because the cup itself, the glass cup itself, is between 25 to 30 if I can make enough of these. So, and we have other stuff, the stickers, all the other stuff to go with it, and I'm thinking to go with a couple cigars as well, right? To make a complete kit, right? Drinking and smoking kit, right? So it will probably come with 2 cigars, if the price allows, and that price for the people that's going, that might go towards some money that goes towards the holding up the restaurant, holding up the place to do the event. Because when you say, hey, I want to do a catering over there, and we'll have 40 people, they'll want like some sort of money as, you know, bottom, you know, just have minimum spending there, and that will go towards that. You know, whatever other stuff, like if you decide to have 55 drinks, you know, that's out of your own pocket. So, but you need something to hold that spot, and that's what the money goes to. So, and hopefully that all worked out. But then, like, you know, again, I'm going over there at the end of August. We have a meet over there in New York. What I'm going to do is gotta go ask that restaurant what it takes to hold up, you know, maybe 40 to 50 spots, and in place.
Are there enough restaurants out there that have smoke inside, or you do it outside?
What happened is the place that we're going has a second floor that's open roof. You can be outside, and there's a corner that you can smoke. But I think that they won't have that much a problem if the whole entire second floor is us, right? So they won't have that much problem because it's open top, so you can smoke there. So I think that will be all fine. If, you know, hey, worst case scenario, we're all crowded to that corner, okay? We're just all crowded to that corner, and then just make a chimney out there, okay? But I think that's totally fine. I haven't been there myself, so I had to go there to see, you know, whether or not it's big enough to hold at least 20 people smoke, right? So we'll do that. Well, you know, hopefully we'll introduce our new group Cigar over there, and we'll get to smoke, drink, you know, have a meal, and then have a good time over there while we're at it. So, yeah, I mean, if you know, from the perspective, if you think about $75 to $100, that's kind of a lot. But the things that you hold the events, do everything, we have to do that. And then we might want to do T-shirts as well, so everybody can have T-shirts to wear for that day. I don't know, or the day after, and all that stuff. I think T-shirt will put it separately on the website. Everybody can order their own sizes and stuff, and they'll receive it ahead of time before they go. That might be a good idea, because when we order T-shirts and then like require you to do a minimum print of like 200 T-shirts, that sucks. That sucks. So Brian says the third floor, he thinks that everybody smokes up there. So you know, it's basically a smoking place.
How close is it to an airport?
It's Manhattan. It's right. It's like between Manhattan and East Village, kind of distant. So it's not you know, obviously from the airport you have to get in to hotel first. You're not gonna fly back the same day, so you know, just get a hotel somewhere there. Traffic isn't that bad right now, so by the time you get there, it wouldn't be that bad.
Tony, the group cigar, I'm just gonna say for the record, the group cigar better not be that woody that you didn't smoke. I guess, man. I was all trying to puff on that thing, I guess. Pass the woody.
I told you that one already got snapped in half by my wife and then thrown away. So you're not gonna see that anytime soon. You're not gonna see that anytime soon. But yeah, I'm like, I think we're trying to spend a lot of time and effort on that event. I really want that event to go good, and then you know, you guys will see multiple posts and stuff like that. So you'll see it differently as we need more information. I hope everybody can, you know, get right away to figure out, you know, save the date. I know it's far away from now. It's like, you know, a year away from now, but you gotta know there's a lot of preparation involved, right? For example, if you're asking Casa Cueva to make a cigar for you, you need to know how many you need, all right? You know, so that you can say, hey, I think we need this much. So do you have enough for us, or do you need more from us to get that done? Like, we really need that count, right? And when I order the cups and stuff like that, I need to know approximately how many I need to get a print, because the amount of total that you need changes the price, right? To order just one by itself is $55, $50 plus shipping. So I want to make sure that I can get to that point where everybody gets their stuff and the price is reasonable. So this cigar is not bad, but it's very hard to smoke because it's like pie draw as it goes. All right. Aaron is smoking the Placencia Reserva Original and the Tesco. That's a long ass name. Brian, there's two places. There's one in Midtown and there's one off towards the east side of it. So we're going to try the one towards the east side of it, but we'll take a look. I think I'll take a look at both because I have a few days to hang around over there. I'll go track both, and then we'll figure out which one does better. But you know, I think I saw the picture. Both of them have like open top places. So yeah, I'm excited for that event. I hope everybody can go. You know, especially somebody like Martin Amaya.
I'm gonna try my best.
Because what I really want to see, even though blow dots are not allowed, is to see Matia Maya drinking in the corner and having Chapin just happen to shoot a blow dot right at his ass, falls down, and then we all have a laugh. And then when he gets up, he's like, and then go, "What's up, guys? It's Matia Maya. We're back at it again." I mean, I swear, if that happens,
James and Jeff will be doing spit wads. So
just so we know, right? If anybody got into trouble at all, the common answer is we don't know that guy. Okay? The common answer is we don't know that guy.
yeah.
Okay, so let's just make sure. Let's make sure.
Y'all gonna treat Jeff like that,
huh? No, we're not streaming on Facebook. We're doing the streaming on Facebook on Wednesdays, where it's easier to say all the crap we need to say, and then we do it on Saturdays, which is less crap we're saying. But yeah, I can only imagine Matiyama has to fall down, boom, and then Chapin just on the chair too. You know, I'm very looking forward to see that.
Yeah, Tony, this Aurora is pretty damn good.
Did I send you that? That looked familiar, so.
115, yeah.
That looked very familiar. But yeah, we see all this personality below here. Interact on websites, on online streaming and stuff like that. But then I'm pretty sure when Jeff and James got in front of each other's face, in our presence, totally different personality. I'm pretty sure. All right, pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure.
It's gonna be a plumbers convention, man. What are you talking about?
It's gotta be funny as hell. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fun. Okay, so in terms of the cigar, I'm hoping is that they will make us some cigars that we can put into the swag kit, and then what happens is if you guys like it, you can get more at the event. If Cueva's gotta be there and Little Guy Cigar Shop's gotta be in there, purchase away, right? And if you guys couldn't go, what's left will go on the website, so you guys can get more if you guys like it. And that was the plan. At least that was the plan, I think. Because I know a lot of you grab a crap load of those Voyage cigars. I know a lot of you got a crap load of those Voyage cigars.
I don't have a lot anymore. I got like 6.
Because they were actually pretty good. Right? They were actually pretty good and very easy to smoke too.
I got it.
It's very salty. Gomez Sanchez family, 1934. Alright, it's very salty. I don't know why. And I didn't even eat anything salty today, so it's definitely the cigar. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully that will work out. You know, it is a year away, but I like to be prepared than sorry, because usually things will always go wrong. All right, you gotta have plan A, B, C, and if those fails, you gotta have D, E, F. So you gotta make sure that works.
I got 3 of the drinks.
Still, I'm surprised.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not doing those anymore. So yeah, those smoke at your own leisure. You know. And what else is coming up in the group? Basically, second half, like last quarter of the year, basically last quarter of the year before all the other stuff going on, we will do Secret Santa. So if you are thinking of Secret Santa, plan ahead. All right, we will do Secret Santa again this year. We will do end of year raffle, and you know, we should cap Anthony Gianni's because he went too much.
I only won 4 times. There were 2 other people that won 5.
The 2 other people that won 5 might have more tickets than you. Obviously, they will win more, but still, you know.
I paid to win.
That's the problem. You know, statistically, I want everybody to win like twice. You know, but when somebody wins like 5 out of their 6 times, that beats the statistic.
Same old winners, man. Same old winners.
I'm gonna mute so I can watch the fight.
Yeah, go for it. All right, guys. Now it's time to try to talk trash about him because he's muted. But yeah, I mean, I want everybody to win, right? So if you didn't win, I tried to get you some other prizes that, you know, in a way, if your name was never called, I actually call that beat the statistic, right? It actually beat the statistic. So I actually tried to give you a better prize. So I sent Marcus, whose name was never called, a insulated bag with our logo on it, and I sent Gary whatever my cigar my wife chose, which I probably would tier. I think that she got like stuff like, I don't know, maybe Opus X or something like that in there. Yeah, I should tier. But
all the shiny bin stuff, right?
yeah, pretty much. She went to my personal humidor in my bedroom to grab cigar.
One's on the top, the very top.
Top shelf, yeah.
Like the one literally was below, like it was stacked below every. I have 2 whole cases of cigars that I want to save, that I put in there. And she went up there, take off all the pillows that's on top, all the clothes on top, and she opened it out. I was like, wait, why are you looking for there? She's like, you can grab anything, right? I was like, yeah, you could grab everything, but I prefer you grab something that's downstairs in the basement, the guest room, whatever. But this is our bedroom.
She was trying to prove to you that she knew where your shit was. That's what she was doing.
No, the only reason she's grabbing that one is because when I asked her to do it, she's already in the bedroom. So.
And we know Tony's bottom shelf cigars are top shelf cigars.
Yeah, a lot of cigar in that box is a few years old, and it's like, dude, seriously?
Yeah.
What scared me is that when I ship it out, right, USPS actually lost it for a few days. Right, and when I dropped it off, it shows as label print. USPS did not yet receive it yet. I was like, dude, I dropped it. That was the first item I dropped in the box. Are you kidding me? So I had to go to USPS to ask them to look for it, and finally they found it. I was like, oh god. And not only that, it's supposed to get there early, right? Because everybody already get their prizes, right? That was the first batch of things I sent out. Everybody already got the first batch. Even some people already got the second batch. This one is will be sent today, delivered today, and still got delayed. USPS.
You gotta trade your stickers in for the Miss Assassin grab bag. I got some really nice stickers.
Yeah, well, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you, so that if your name was actually not draw, you beat the statistic. You deserve a good prize too. I mean, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. But I have a feeling some crazy prizes are coming up because Justin Wagner talked about he was going crazy selecting prizes. Hashimoto had a few things that he's going on and making and stuff like that. And I have a few things that I'm test making, and whatever that comes out to me, it will end up being prizes. So hopefully we'll have not prizes. Hopefully. If not, I gotta figure out. I had to figure out. I just dig out all my old stuff and say, hey, let's give it away.
Yeah, let's get rid of Tony's old stuff.
You know, my old stuff is actually the good stuff that I don't use. You know, a lot of time I get swag from whatever places, from Davidoff, whatever. I don't use them because, you know, obviously I like to have them. I collect them. I don't use them. But because I don't use them, they are still brand new in boxes, and they cannot be you cannot find them again. So I have those kind of stuff all over the place.
See, now you're gonna have everybody sitting there going, "Don't call my name! Don't call my name!"
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, though. If you're one of the grand prize winners, you should be glad that nobody called your name until the end, right? Right? Those people who got their grand prizes, who's that? Who's the grand prize winners? Right?
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody get the grand prizes yet. What happened with that?
Well, that's the thing, because Yazzer had to send those out, and you gotta give him time, because packing those things is unknown. If you ever received soy sauce from Yazzer before, he packed it like professional packing, alright?
He packed it.
So you gotta give him time. And what happens if we didn't receive anything in another couple months, I'll remind him, right? He's gracious enough to contribute, we should give him time.
So, Mr. Micallef just joined in. Shane, tell him what you're smoking, Tony.
What?
Tell Shane what you're smoking.
I'm smoking the Micallef Experiencia. Experiencia.
Shane's pretty active on the Micallef.
I think Shane was actually smoking a Micallef today. He posted, right? He posted a Micallef today. You know, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if I like this cigar. It's a Nicaraguan cigar, but it did not taste like a typical Nicaraguan flavor. It didn't give me that roast coffee kind of dark flavor.
It's Martini, I never hear one.
The what? Well, you like it, but then we hear a lot of things from you that are from cigars that we actually like, right? Right? Did somebody watch the previous 2 reviews?
So, in honor of the winning, I'm smoking one of my winners.
Here we go. Comfortably numb. I don't know. This might go better if I wasn't drinking milk tea. But it's just like, it feels so salty. It makes my milk tea salty. And it has citrus in it, so. Yeah, it's got like this yeah, it's like a woodsy sour note. Woodsy sour note.
This one here was actually a fruit pie.
Yes, it was. I think so.
We did this back ages ago, yeah.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna look for that cigar. I think there's somebody said it was releasing tomorrow. That Kinsuki, and people doesn't know what that is. It's basically Japanese word for a repaired bowl. All right, in Japan, back in the day, if bowls are very expensive, right? Ceramic bowls are very expensive. So if you broke a bowl, you bring it to a repair shop, and they'll repair it with like ceramic and gold paste, and then rebake it, and so that it has gold lines on the crack. And then apparently that became an art, all right? Because it's so beautiful, the crack line is so like natural and stuff. They make it in the thing. So they literally nowadays they'll go break a brand new bowl just to fix it, so it looks great. And you know, it marks a golden continuation of a rebirth of something that's useful. So that's what it means, okay? And apparently they make a cigar out of it, so with that name. And I'm gonna go try to get it because it's Japanese name, and hopefully I can find it. I don't even know how that would look like. I don't even know how that would look like. What do they like, you know, break a cigar and put some cigar glue back on there with a little bit gold flakes?
Maybe they can put your woody together.
Please don't. Please don't.
Maybe,
Please don't.
maybe you can smoke it with gold, yeah.
The hard part would be the bacon. The baking part would be hard.
Hey, Tony.
Hey,
I got somebody here that wants to talk to you.
what's going on? Hi. Hey, what's up?
This is Marcelo.
Say what?
Hey, Marcelo.
Marcelo, what's going on? Don't look away. Say hi here. Look at the camera.
Roblox. I've been playing Roblox a lot.
What blocks? What blocks?
Roblox.
Roblox?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And each month, I get 450 Robux.
That's really cool. A Roblox. Oh, that's really, really cool.
That's in my account, and then did that.
Awesome.
And I almost got in trouble since that person did it.
Wait, did you got in trouble? You got in trouble?
I was about to.
Oh, you're about to.
But I did not.
I don't know if you should tell about you getting almost getting into trouble with your dad there. I don't know.
So people have in my brother's account. So.
Ah, okay, okay. Well, enjoy your Roblox. You know, keep up at it. Go for it.
All
right. Awesome. So Martin is almost getting in trouble the same as getting in trouble in your house.
No, when he purchased Roblox online, he set up the auto pay, and we were trying to figure out what was going on. And so each month we had a certain amount of money being taken out, but we figured it out.
It's like, man, y'all are affecting Daddy's cigar budget.
Well, technically, you can just go about and saying that because the transaction is done by kids, is a minor cannot set up credit card accounts, so they will refund your money.
Yeah.
Okay, so behind the Micallef cigar, the band still have words on it. It says an alliance between two great families. So what are the two great families? Do you know?
The Micallef family and the
Bean family.
No, what's the second one? Shane will probably know.
Shane, do you know what's the two families?
The Gomez Sanchez family. That's what it is.
Oh, I actually say in the front, actually. Goldman Sanchez family, 1934.
Yeah, the Micallef. Micallef family is from Texas. The Gomez Sanchez family is from Nicaragua.
Okay.
So they're basically using the Micallef family to distribute the cigars for them. But that's like the partnership.
So that Micallef coin, I've seen a lot of people having it. I thought it was just like a join a club or something like that, and they were sending you one or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's basically like a brand ambassador. Just support the brand, and they'll send you a coin.
Yeah, well, I have one, but I don't actually have it because Albert hasn't sent it yet.
Hey Tony, and their coin's actually free. We didn't have to pay for it.
We got to pay for ours.
Well, no. You gotta get this correct, okay? Their coin is not free. Do you know how much it costs to advertise a brand? You guys are doing their advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the coins are not free. The coins are not free. Average cost of those advertisements can cost upwards of $200,000. All they had to do was order a shitload of coin and send you one. That's cheap compared to actual advertising. You know, if Shadow Smoker Legion is not the way we're structured right now, like anybody can join whatever, then I can go out there and make like 10,000 coins and make everybody advertise Shadow Smoker Legion, and they'll probably get you know sponsorship and all that. That coin will cost nothing, right? But the way Shadow Smokers Legion is exclusive VIPs and stuff like that, we're always in the red. We don't have sponsors.
That wouldn't be free because you have to pay by smoking a bunch of woodies.
Right? Like, you know, it's not free. It's not free. It costs a lot to run stuff like this.
So wait, who are the VIPs?
All our members are VIPs technically because it has to be invited, right? You have to be invited, and you cannot just join. You cannot even search for it. You know, even our own members go to our website and says why I couldn't access the website. All I see is a skull, right? You know,
you can't even leave without telling somebody. I mean, that's VIP, man.
Oh my God, Chapin's in.
Yeah, you can't tell me that Chapin is a very important person.
Chapin's a very important person. Very, very.
Where's Michael?
Hey, little guy.
Just think of it this way: if you leave the group, you're announcing your resignation.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
If you don't think the group is for you, I don't care. Bye. But then we have to go through the trouble to add you in there and remove it, and you know we're not paid or anything, right? At least have a decency to deal with that, right? Same. Hey, I'm out, so you guys can remove. Do you really want us to keep your name in our list and have your address? You know, you never know when we're gonna send you a soap on a rope. You never know. You know, that could be the Christmas Eve where all your family members are like, what? Who sent this? And you open it up and go, psh, and they're gonna have a lot of questions for you. Say, honey, what? Why do you buy a soap on a rope?
And there might even be worse soap on the ropes than the one Tony got.
You know, so all you had to do, that literally take you half a second. I mean, it will take you faster than click through all the "Are you sure you gotta leave the group?" stuff, right? Literally.
Yep.
You don't even have to click "Are you sure you gotta leave the group?" You just make that post. We'll kick you for you. Right? Right? Just send me a message says I'm out. Okay, I will kick you for you. You don't have to go through all the clicking and stuff like that. You know, if you think you can only do one, you know, choosing between the two steps is too much, then yeah, I will do that for you. I'll do that for you, okay? Just so you know. Just so you know. Right? You know, it's a... I understand not everybody fit in your family. Come on, I don't even fit in some part of my family, right? There are people that I hate to the gut that's in my family. Right? All of you guys have it, right? Like a standard mother-in-law kind of thing. Yes? We all have that. So, you know, if you don't feel like you fit into this family, you don't think it's fun for you, you don't think that, you know, being able to chat with all these people once, you know, twice weekly, hanging out, post what you like, and see what people, you know, all the news, and getting good deals on cigars, then sure, you know, go somewhere else. That's totally fine. There are thousands of groups out there. Thousands. Right? Anybody can make a group. In fact, you can make your own group, right? Machia Maya has his group, and you know, Cigar Mechanic has his group. The group is just endless. There's a amount of group. You know, if you feel like the, you know, all those rules and stuff like that is not for you, then that's totally fine. You know, I'm not forcing anybody to leave. I mean, to join. Like literally, we're not forcing anybody to join. We're forcing people to leave twice a year. So yeah.
You have to be under 6 feet tall to stay.
Say that again?
You have to be under 6 feet tall to stay.
Under 16 feet tall. then we had to kick Brendan. Brendan's super tall.
Yeah.
This is kind of fun when you pin somebody that's not talking. They think they're not being watched.
Oh.
Like Michael.
Yep.
So Michael, now that you have what, like a week and a little bit more of experience on running the business, how is it?
Let's see. I'm getting a little bit more of a flow on, you know, getting orders together and things like that. It's hectic like I knew it would be.
But you're also experiencing, like, literally being a small store. You're not experiencing what the whole industry is facing, right? Running out of stock, running out of inventory.
Yeah, you know, I was setting up my Cuevas reorder, and Brandon went ahead and input it with him. And then I got my email from Alec, because Alec, Lewis's son, he's the national sales director. So I got my order confirmation. He's like, hey, the Connecticut, Coeur d'Alene, Connecticut's on back order. So you'll still get it. You'll still get all your stuff with the free shipping because of the order, et cetera, but you know, it's on back order. So yeah, and then same thing with some of the stuff that I ordered from Sereno originally was on back order. It is what it is.
Hey, did anybody else notice that since Michael has opened up the shop, that he's got a little bit more gray in his hair?
Yeah.
Is that why he's wearing his hat backward with the black side showing, so he looks like there's more hair?
Yeah.
Oh man. No, the fun part's been staying on top of all the tax stuff, and the inventory is not that big of a deal, but staying on top of all the tax stuff and all the cost analysis and everything, make sure I got everything set up right and all that. So.
But it's is that even proper? Yeah, okay, it is proper. Is it a profitable business as of now?
Yes.
There we go.
And that's another cool thing to learn. I mean, I kind of knew it beforehand, talking with a lot of people. There's not as much profitability as people perceive because of the price, right?
Right.
Because once you factor, because that's what I did beforehand, was once you factor in all the costs and operating costs and licensing, et cetera, I mean, there's profit to be made. But it's not like people think it is, because you got a 100% markup and you can set your prices within reason. You still have to, you still got to operate the business. So,
well, technically, it's not.
People forget that.
Technically, it's not 100% markup if you think about it, all right? So let's say a cigar is $1, right? You sell it for $2. So that $1 profit, Uncle Sam wants some too.
Right. No, that's what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, I mean, that's people look at it like that. They're like, okay, the Cuevas Reserva Maduro is $10.50. That means you buy it for $5.25. Okay, but then I also have to resell that, and you know, you got all your operating costs, all that shit that goes into it, and that's what's forgotten on people, and that's something that's kind of I knew already, but you see it more so. But then you also want to balance it out because you don't want to be, you know, at that super high price because you want to be competitive and all the stuff that goes into it. So
well, in this is really a quantity versus, you know, individual pricing, because you can set it up like one cigar for $1,000. Then yeah, you just need to sell one cigar to make that profit. But the point is that, you know, you don't want everybody to go crazy at the pricing. You want people to get the best deal. You really cannot jack up the price that much, right? You have to do a reasonable pricing. I don't think, like, literally, if like, yeah, you're the vendor, so you can actually go, I want to sell one cigar for $1,000. I don't think the manufacturer will be happy about that, right? If they hear it, they'll be like, hey, Michael, I don't care what you do, but still, don't do that. You know?
Yeah, I mean, so are you saying that Michael's going to start carrying Gurkha?
I hope not. I hope not. If
there's a balance to be struck.
Yeah, I mean, usually a standard business, first year is a break even, right?
Oh
so
yeah.
You literally did not lose many money, but you didn't gain much either, right?
That's the thing. And I was I had a couple talks with Brandon because he's dealt with quite a few shops and like startups and things like that. And there's a couple things that he told me that are dead on the money once you do the math about when it starts to become profitable. So
it takes a while. Especially in the beginning, first year, second year. You're putting that money back in the business, so you're not getting anything out of it. It's free labor.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be at least a year.
Yeah,
at least.
Might have to do 1,000 investment.
And this is why majority of the business fail within the first 2 years.
Yeah,
right.
And that's a big reason I didn't want to try to delve too deep with too much initial cost.
Right. You want to be balanced, and you know, we see the website has a lot of stuff, right? But it's not crazy like every other thing. Anthony, you have some background noise, so when you're not talking, can you mute? Thank you. So there's a lot of stuff, but it's not a lot of crazy stuff, right? We you know, I know everybody's like, oh, hey Michael, can you carry this? Can you carry that? Can you carry this and that? But once you carry one brand, you gotta carry multiple facing. You gotta have multiple inventories and all that stuff, and that will eat into the budget to get better price on the stuff that you already have, right? Because I think that the main point is so that we can get the stuff that we already like with the better pricing, right? So that we can start to do, we can get more of like the things that we always smoke at a better pricing, rather than having a million choices. I don't know if you guys went to any of those websites, all right? Like for like Cigar Internationals or some of the big ones. I don't know, Thomas Cigars. They have so many choices, you don't even know what you're looking for, right? When you go into the website, you don't know what you're looking for. There's like a million different things.
Yeah.
You know, so having limited choices, you know, it's one of those things like when you go to a restaurant, they hand you a 55-page menu. You're like, what am I getting? It will take you 2 hours just to figure out what you want. Like, it will take you half an hour to read through the whole menu, and then another half an hour to decide what you want, right? But if you go to like one of those restaurants that you always go, you sit down, you know what you want. Take you 2 minutes. You gotta spend more time enjoying your meal than looking through that menu. And I think that's what Michael's website is right now. It's so clean because there's only so many things. You either, you know, it's one of the 7 things, right? Just go in there. If you have it, you have it. If it doesn't, good, right? Kind of thing. So right now it works fine. I like to browse that website. In fact, I have one of my browsers that if I type in L, the first thing that comes out is this website, unfortunately.
The cool thing that I did notice is on my analytics, I've even it's even showed some traffic. I don't remember if any of them turned into orders, but I've actually shown some traffic from Google search as well, which is kind of cool.
That must be me. I'm too lazy to type in little guy cigars.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of neat.
So I actually type just little guy and see if a little guy cigar shows up, and it actually does. It actually does.
Yep.
First few days it shows 2 guy cigar though. Right away, if I type in little guy cigar, it shows 2 guy cigar. But right now, if you start to go, it starts to bounce up there.
And I didn't even pay for that. All right, that's what I like to hear.
That's ISO, ain't it?
What's that?
That's your ISO stuff, ain't it?
Yeah.
I type LG, and it autocorrects to something different. I'm just saying. So.
Yeah, just I'm gonna mute a second because I told Michael this earlier. I was sitting next to my wife and I looked over on her phone and she had a little cigar shop on her phone. I'm like, what are you doing? Where'd you find that? So she must have heard me talking and she Googled it. She goes, well, your birthday's coming. I was looking to buy you something. Okay, never mind. I'll leave you alone.
It's like, I didn't hear anything that happens. I did not know anything. Now it's a surprise. Yeah, I think that Michael's biggest problem right now is having inventory. So
yeah,
I don't know. So Michael, like with all those things that we kind of planned out a little bit to have something special for everybody, when do you think will happen?
Oh goodness, it's gonna have to be when I have inventory, obviously, which should be back up within a couple say within 2 weeks. It should be less than that. It should be within 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, because like my Cuevas order already shipped out. The Espinosa order I haven't gotten a confirmation yet because he did the order late in the week.
But so. I guess the key word right now is basically, guys, if you gotta buy something, I'm not gonna stop you from buying it, but you probably want to wait a week to make a better order rather than making smaller orders. And I can tell you this for sure. My next order did not have any Casa Cuevas in it. Okay, I won't fight with you guys. I promise. Did not have any Casa Cuevas in it.
And the Casa Cuevas order, I mean, I never thought I'd be reordering within a week. That was ridiculous and like really awesome. But it's sizable. It's a sizable order.
I would think that when you go on there, I thought you were gonna reorder Casa Cueva the same day you open. So
well, you gotta think of cash flow, etc., because I can't foresee what's gonna sell and what's not.
Like I was saying, you know, I told Michael before, we don't have the Casa Cuevas on our end over here in the East Coast, so this is the perfect opportunity for me to get those, even the Espinosa. I got those 2 samplers just because I don't have them readily available.
You know, I do find Espinosa in the East Coast though. It's just not the whole brand.
Here or there, but
yeah, here and there.
Not the whole line.
But if you get it East Coast, it's a lot more expensive for sure. Not to mention, a lot of websites start charging tax on cigars, and Little Guy Cigar Shop is not charging tax yet.
It depends on what state you're in. So how that works is Arizona is what's considered an origin state. So since I'm an origin state, I only have to collect sales tax on anybody that's an in-state purchase because I don't have a presence in any other state but here.
So yeah, if you live in Arizona, I'm sorry for you. Too bad.
Yeah, it happens. There's one of our members, I had to run his order as an in-state order. And then Vance up in Phoenix, he did order something, so I had to...
Just one of us?
I gotta... That has to pay the actual I have to remit the sales tax. There's 2 members where I had to remit the sales tax. One lives up in Phoenix, and the other one lives elsewhere. And so, yeah.
Jason Martin's I have Naranja Maduro next to me and still too dang hot outside to smoke. 86, but feels like 102 still.
It's 105 out here. Come on, I'm sweating.
Come on now. Let me see what it is right now.
You don't want to know how it is right now.
It's 9 here. It was 102 today. It was our high. So, yeah.
But there's a difference between the temperature and humidity, right? Today, Massachusetts is humid as hell. Like outside is only 80, and then like the whole place feel hot as hell. Hot as hell. Like I turned on my car, the engine temperature was at 200. It was hot. So, you know, it depends. I was talking to my wife. I was like, imagine living in a place that's 30 degrees hotter than today. and just go out and hang out. My wife's like, no, I'm not going out. I was like, yeah, if it's about 30 degrees hotter than right now, I will tell you we don't need to go out that bad.
Isn't it awesome? You don't want it to be like 114 like it's gonna be here tomorrow?
No. You see, here's the difference, okay? When I live in Taiwan, we're usually in the 100-degree range, right? So we're usually that hot. And our humidity is super high because we're a tiny island right next to water, right? Super, super hot and humid. But guess what? Every store you go to has AC in it. Literally, you walk 5 steps and walk into AC. 5 steps, walk into AC. That's not too bad, okay? But if you're in like places like Arizona, you're not gonna every 2 steps go into AC. You'll burn to death, right? You'll burn to death, so...
Well, that's like when I went from Boston to Florida. They're like, "How are you surviving?" I was like, "Everywhere you go, there's AC, so it gives me a 90% chance of staying alive."
Yeah, it's so bad. In Florida, the humidity is so bad, and every summer, it's literally everywhere you go, 5 minutes later, it rains. Okay, to add to that humidity, and then it goes up to very high temperature. Then you got the humidity, like all the mugginess and everything. I don't know how people can live there. Yeah, it's enjoyable. You're not gonna have snow, but that feeling daily kills me. Kills me.
That's how people live their lives here, especially in the summertime. They'll go from their air-conditioned house to their air-conditioned car in their garage to their air-conditioned office that they work in, and they don't really deal with the heat hardly ever.
Yeah, y'all guys don't hate me, but it's like 51 degrees here right now.
Shut up.
Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, so tomorrow here it's going to be 102 here in Texas, but our heat index is going to be 115. So
so you'll be the same as me. It'll be fun.
Everybody's having short sleeve, and then James Irvin is wearing a sweater.
I'm wearing my hoodie. Yeah.
I got short sleeves, shorts, no shoes on.
As a Tennessee resident, it is humidity that makes summer miserable. Yes, humidity kills. Humidity kills. I don't know. I don't know how people can live in that situation. It's not me. Not my kind of thing. I do not.
We're getting towards our rainy season too, where it should be raining probably over here and there over the next couple weeks. So our humidity is up compared to what we're used to. It's like 35%.
Yeah, I have a huge those big buckets outside collecting the water that's from the AC drain, because I use those water to water the plants. I didn't want to waste them, let them go anywhere. And then, like, you know, for last month I probably had to empty it once a day. Right now I'm emptying it every 6 hours, not 6 hours, maybe 4 hours. That just shows how much humidity is being collected by the AC. I was like, can you imagine all this humidity in the house and not being processed? Now I'll get plume on all my cigars next day.
Get a dehumidifier.
I have a dehumidifier running in the basement, but on top of the house, I don't have those things running because I really don't. If you have a dehumidifier, you know when it goes on, it's really loud. You cannot really enjoy your life every like 15 minutes. It goes, oh, you really don't want to deal with that. So, Jason Martin said did yacht work all this afternoon. He indexed 110.65. I was dead. Yeah, this is why we hire people to do yacht work. I don't do yacht work for that reason. I do not want to pass out outside ever.
Nope.
I don't know if you guys saw the picture I posted that day. Like, if you just call it a tractor that I drive at work every day. Yeah. When the sun comes up, that thing is a little oven because you're sitting on top of the engine. And then I was sitting there today with the next day air trailer. I had it along our unload wall because there's doors on the sides of those trailers. I was sitting there in the sun waiting for them to get done, just sweating in that bitch. It was like already over 100 degrees. I was like, Jesus Christ, please hurry up. It's so hot in here.
I don't know how you guys can keep a beer in that kind of humidity.
What's that?
Is it one of those trucks where the whole bed goes up like that, or the whole front? And
When you work on it, it's a cab over like that. You can use unlock it, and then you can use the hydraulics to pop the whole cab up.
Yeah.
I was saying I don't understand how people in the south portion of America can keep a beard in that kind of humidity. Like,
hey, I don't have one.
It doesn't bug you. No, even when it's hot, the beard doesn't bother you that much. It's actually more troublesome when you don't have it when it's cold out than when it's hot out.
What? What? Dude, I just had to stand outside and over here start sweating. All right? Over here start sweating.
It's not that big of a deal when you have a beard. Yeah, it's okay. Like if you've ever like shaved your legs or something like that, it's actually, you feel hotter when your legs are shaved than when they're not.
I
Whatever,
don't know.
I'll say.
I don't know.
So you're
I don't
saying
know.
I just gave my dog a haircut. He's saying I should not have done that?
Yeah.
He's
Well,
trying to
that's,
bait.
that's thick hair. No, that's
Okay.
He's
different.
trying to bait us,
we're-
man. Trying to bait us.
Okay, we're going there now, huh?
What? I'm not the only one that is shaved.
I'm surprised all of you with the like, because beard are very coarse hair. So I'm surprised with all the humidity you didn't have afro like going off at the bottom of your chin. I'm surprised. Okay.
Well, in the wintertime when mine was real long, I did notice the days where it was like raining and it was humid because I'm not used to that. Oh yeah, I'd have to brush it 4 or 5 times a day because it would just get all fluffy.
In the wintertime, I would think everybody would look like Jack from The Shining when he's frozen outside, like with all like strings frozen on your beard. That's what I imagine people will have. But then like even the south is not that cold, right? You guys are near equator, right? But like I would imagine wintertime, you guys come on Massachusetts or New York, frozen every part of it. You can style it, and then because we're frozen.
I've had that many times. When I was in the army, we'd be out in the wintertime riding in the track, and you're up to your waist sticking out of the track, and it's freaking cold and starts raining and shit, and your beard all freezes up, and you got icicles hanging from your mustache.
Same thing. That's all James's snot rockets got all stuck and frozen.
Chapin actually said that his beard is an issue when it's winter. He changed to an icicle. Skip Jet says I mow 6 to 8 acre a week on an open cap tractor. It sucks sometimes. Yeah, man, that's when you put a AC right on the side of the tractor. You need sound like wind. That's way too
Swamp
crazy.
cooler. Put a little swamp cooler on there.
I think this year is actually hotter than usual, so we're gonna have a hot summer.
That's what's funny. Like a lot of people don't realize that the only UPS vehicles that have AC are the semi tractors because legally they have to.
Why?
That's it. Well,
so all the other trucks don't have AC.
No, none of the delivery trucks, none of the other trucks. We don't have AC in anything.
So guys, that tells you whether or not to choose UPS shipping when you buy your cigars during the summertime.
Neither does the post office, FedEx, nobody, or the FedEx guys. If they're ground guys, they buy their own truck, and so a lot of them will have AC in them.
But here's the thing though, when you come to USPS, because the truck is so tiny, majority of stuff is actually stays in the storage for a while. But USPS truck are tiny.
No, it is way just as hot in the USPS trucks. It's 140, 160 degrees in the back, easy.
Okay, so that tells you guys, if you want to buy a cigar, fly down to Michael.
See, how do you guys think they get to me though? UPS is the only one that ships product.
I know when
That's
I
how
work for DHL. When I worked for DHL, it would be like 120, 130 degrees back in the back of the truck.
Oh, so I will recommend
little fiberglass roof, and sun would be coming in on that thing.
I'll recommend start using Expediter International. I think you can request a fridge truck.
Refrigerated
truck. So Brandon's trying to pull the "it's cold up here" card. So trying to say negative. Yeah, negative 110 degrees and all that.
Shut up, Chapin. Oh, hey, it's cold up here in freaking almost Canada, Wisconsin.
Brandon's sitting up there in his ice cave,
Fucking igloo and shit.
Go ice
Oh gosh, calm down, guys. Come on, hey. Chapin.
You can come down here and sweat with me. It's fun.
No way.
Yeah, I've been trying to get him to come down to Texas. His wife's family lives down here.
Really?
What's the problem? See, if Chapin came down to visit, I would drive over there again.
I'll let you know.
Wintertime is not my pain. It's not like I don't enjoy wintertime. I actually found that it's a lot easier to feel hot than cold. Right? So, for example, if it's a hot day and you don't have AC in the house, you cannot remove more clothing. Up to your skin, that's it, right? Wintertime, you don't have heat, you can put like 5 layers of jacket on you, you'll be fine. Alright? So it's easier to deal with winter than summer, in my opinion. So.
We like to
Yeah,
see
I don't think
certain people try. That's the thing. though.
I
We
don't
like
think
to
Jason
try.
even knows what it's like to sweat, though. You know.
Skipjack asked, "Isn't parcel storage climate control?" That's what I thought. So
No.
I mean, they're inside the USPS depot, and they're actually AC in there.
No, any of the your sorting facilities, most of them don't have air conditioning. Our building, none of our buildings have air conditioning. FedEx buildings, for the most part, don't. Their sorting facilities, except for the lobbies, they generally don't have air conditioning.
That wouldn't make sense. You got these big old holes open, you know, where the trucks are.
So now I'm very interested to send a century egg through USPS on a 100-degree day down to Michael Wells.
Oh, that was insane.
Oh, see, no, okay, so now that's another thing. Like, once I really started thinking about it, that's why I didn't get too nuts about humidity and temperature, because if say it takes you 7 days to get something, right? And even if somebody ships it with Bovita, that thing's gonna get upwards over 100 degrees. That means your humidity is gonna rise to 80-90%.
Yep.
So for the most part, as long as it's not super sustained at that high temp, high humidity for a long time, your likelihood of having serious issues is extremely low, because it's the consistent environment that creates more problems.
Yeah, it's how long you get into that situation, right? Like right now, I can tell you guys, my room, this place, is 55% humidity and 70 degrees in temperature. This is why I can leave my cigar everywhere, because that is acceptable range for a cigar. That's why I say I don't pay that much attention on the humidity, because that's constantly what my house feels like, right? And the winter time is colder, but cigar, it doesn't get that much damage at a colder temperature. It's actually safer to keep cigar in a colder temperature than hotter temperature. This is why
I try to keep everything at like between 62 and 65 degrees.
I mean, you can freeze your cigar. A lot of people do that, but you just have to gradually, slowly defrost it, right?
Yeah.
But if I keep my cigar here in the basement and it's like 40 degrees, you will slowly raise to 50, because your room temperature doesn't just jump from 40 to 60 just like that, right? It slowly thaws it. So I can keep it everywhere. That's why I have cigars like everywhere, and I never worry about it, because there's enough humidity and there's enough temperature to keep it.
Well, you guys got to think though, when the cigars are getting packaged, they're in a plastic bag, and the amount of water in that plastic bag is going to stay the same, whether it's in the cigar or in the box.
Okay, that's the other thing. When you get product, it is not packaged in bags or anything like that.
Yours is. Yeah.
Why? When you see the cigar box on the shelf, that's how I get it in a box with very little packaging.
But you gotta know, those boxes hold some humidity too.
Right. Well, even if you get bundles, that's how they ship bundles. They ship them in that cellophane.
That would be dry. Yeah, that would be dried.
No, they're not. Actually, they're not dry.
Cellophane actually breathes, so
I know it
humidity
does,
will
but
leave.
no, but they don't show up dry. Like you would think they would be.
Yeah, that's because when they ship it, they are with a lot of other stuff too. So it's not kind of somewhat insulated, right? Somewhat insulated.
So even in that 7 to 10 days, going through all that heat and temperature change, you think there'd be like some crazy adverse issues. And for the most part, from what I've seen, there's not. Even like on my end, being a consumer, I'm having stuff shipped totally unhumidified to me. I've smoked stuff like right out of the box the next day, and there's still no problem.
Now, Skipjack
in the box.
Skipjack mentioned Cigar Bit stuff, okay? Now, if you see how Cigar Bit keep their stuff in the inventory, you will not say that they are fine, okay? I've
never seen that. So
I mean, they are probably more fine shipped than they were in the inventory, okay? So, like, they actually absorb more humidity leaving their factory than their inventory, okay? That's how it looks like.
I could assume that their warehouse is probably CI's warehouse is probably pretty damn big.
It's big, but then that's the thing, you gotta get spots. So when you have that much cigar, they're all competing against each other trying to get humidity.
Well, you've also got certain areas where the humidity
are higher than others.
Anything closer to where the humidity is coming out of the machine, I mean, it's going to be more humid than the ones farther away from it.
That's the thing. I'm pretty sure some of you guys have seen going to a humidor where it's blowing out the humidity, it's like a moldy on the vent. Like it's literally blowing out moldspore because that part of it has more humidity than everywhere else. I mean, relative humidity is not constant, right? So you know, where it's closer, you gotta get more. Hit Mountain, please help me to try to get him down to Texas. I hate Wisconsin weather. I am loving the heat to go outside every day. And then there's Chapin who likes to stay inside the AC. That's from Tamara Chapin.
Oh, Mara, what you saying? I caught part of that.
Tamara basically says, go grab Chapin and have him leave that area because she hated it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my wife liked all 4 seasons, so I had to stay in a place where there's 4 seasons.
Does your wife like pools and swimming?
What? My wife?
Yes.
My wife cannot swim.
Neither can I. I still like pools.
She, you know, she's the extreme swimmer. What I call it, extreme swimmer. Okay, she only know how to doggy paddle in a swimming pool. But however, I don't know how she can do it. But she will use up all her energy and literally just die on the water. So she will be like this for a little bit, maybe move like about 5 or 6 inches, and then she will literally be like this, floating on top of the water after that because she's done. With the face in the water. Like it will be the funniest thing you ever seen. She'll be like that. That's how she does it every single time. So she doesn't stay in the water too long. Like if she go to the pool, she will be there for like 20-30 minutes and that's it. Sunbathing after that. She cannot stay in the water. Albert Chapin told me to tell you where I'm from. Pritchett? I have no idea what that is.
We might get some rain right now. It's starting to sprinkle. All right.
Are you covered?
Yeah, I'm on my porch.
Yeah, he looks like he's covered. He's got a hat on.
I can get naked if you want, but we don't want you to get flagged.
I think male doesn't get flagged. It's the female that gets flagged.
If you show my nipples, will we get flagged?
I don't know.
He's got a t-shirt on.
I don't think so because I've seen streamer who are like gym buffs and they always top naked.
Well, if Chapin shows his nipples, you might get flagged.
Let me do like 20, 30. Well, Chapin's got he's got some moves going on probably, so it's flagging probably.
Skip Jazz says, I wish I could be in the perpetual fall for Tennessee fall at least.
Oh, dude, like in Arizona, January actually, well, where I live, it's actually pretty damn chilly, for the most part. But like from February to about April, beautiful, and then from late October to December, beautiful. And then the rest of the time is hot.
I actually don't like fall. You know why? Because fall is like that temperature. It might be too hot if you wear a jacket. It might be too cold if you didn't bring a jacket. And the fall is a reminder of that. In a month, you'll be cleaning those leaves.
We don't have that problem.
Yeah, because you don't have leaf trees. Dropping. You have needles.
Oh, yeah, we do. No, we have a lot of leaf trees. Though you just the temperature for the most part doesn't go through that season change. So we usually don't have that problem.
Hey, doggy. Doggy, look at here. Doggy's like, nah, I'm not. I can't help it. When I see dog, I can't help it. Dog's too cute. So yeah, remember last time I was showing you guys that cursing cockatoo? There's actually a name for it. So if you guys want to hear more cursing cockatoo, the name is Pebble.
I know a guy that taught his whatever kind of, I think it was probably a cockatoo or something to do that because he thought it was funny.
I thought it was damn funny. That cockatoo can swear and curse in context. So there's actually context. There's a story to it. And it will continue and make its full sentence. Even my wife was, like yesterday, me and my wife was just standing in front of the bathroom like, hey, look at this. And then we started watching it for like 15 minutes because it's so funny how that cockatoo just cursing nonstop. But with the story to it. There's actually a story what the bird was actually talking about. Right? There's a meaning why the bird was angry. So it was amazing. Fall can be so beautiful all throughout US. Some of the best weather. I could wear pants and flannel every day.
I don't like that.
No.
I want to be able to wear shorts and a t-shirt, but not sweat.
Martin, do you have Edgar out? Bring him on. Chapin said.
Do I have who?
Edgar.
Trappers the Cord?
I don't know. He's in what is it, Louisiana?
Yeah.
Edgar?
Yeah.
Why is your dog in a different place?
Oh, Edgar. Edgar, your dog.
Edgar.
We thought you were saying Accord.
He's in the back. Yeah, he's in the backyard. I'm in the front.
Is your pug okay now? Like last time was like breathing to death.
He's got allergy problems, so we just give him allergy medicine. He's fine.
Him and Martine have the same problem.
Do you just give him like antihistamine, or do you just have like prescribed from the doctor?
No, we just give him antihistamine. The vet said use the children's Benadryl, chop it in half, and they can use that.
Children's Benadryl.
So you guys take your allergy pills together every morning?
You get half, I get half. Here we go. Jason Mullins, Arkansas is great in the fall. Live in Tennessee for a while. Love the fall.
That's where my great uncle lives, in Arkansas somewhere.
I never look forward for the fall. I mean, I like winter where you can just put up a big jacket and you can go out. But fall is like, do I get a jacket or do I not? You know.
I don't like big jackets. I don't actually own one super cold weather jacket because
I don't either.
The cold. I mean, it'll get in like the 20s in the morning and stuff.
Yeah.
So if I just layer, I'm good.
When I say big jacket, I'm talking about like trench jacket.
Yeah, no,
not like those bubble space jacket.
If you're wearing a trench coat here, people think you're doing something you shouldn't be doing.
What? I'm
I
very
haven't
used
seen
to
anybody
trench
wearing
coats.
trench coats since I was in high school. The kids in high school used to be fucking black trench coats and super goth.
But you can't, like, here's the thing. If you're used to wear suits, you cannot wear bubble jacket. It looks super weird. So when you wear suits, you wear a trench jacket. So I'll have more. I have one bubble jacket and the rest of them are all trench jackets.
Little guy cigar shop professional meeting will be in me in shorts and a t-shirt.
Little guy, no. Little guy meeting will be like me with this, with no pants on.
Small t-shirt.
Well, he don't want to know about that, Tony.
Now he knows you'll be like, I never want to talk to Tony about business again, ever.
Yeah, no. I mean, if it's just a camera, you're from the freaking waist up, so
you
it's
can't
okay.
see below this. I could be wearing a Superman pajamas that you wouldn't know.
Right now, I could be just freeballing it out here in the breeze. You know.
Oh my god.
You know, they were talking about the argument of not wearing masks because you're people can suffocate to death wearing masks. And I think there's one female in Massachusetts says this is why I don't wear underwears because you gotta let it breathe or something like that. I was like, what?
That's not. They're not wrong.
Let's don't get Chapin all excited.
I mean, I can agree with that.
But that's the thing. We all know cotton is the fabric of life because it breathes.
Right?
That's why we call the underwear briefs.
No.
Wow, that's
You ever seen that photo of that Chihuahua that's got the big ass balls?
No.
That's me.
What?
Oh my god.
All right. Whoa, we just crossed that line just now.
Just putting it out there.
Albert, the wife wants to know where you're at in Texas. Dallas.
Albert is
like right outside of Dallas. Yeah, in
Yeah.
Garland.
about 15 minutes east.
Yeah, not even that. About 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what cracks me up about, like, you guys are like, oh, they're in the next town, and when you go to the Midwest, they're in the next town over. It's like 15 minutes. It takes me 30 minutes to go across my city minimum.
Isn't that everywhere? Like every time I ask you, like, how long does it get you there? You're like, about half an hour. It's always that. Every time.
Everything here. Like, Brandon gets so pissed off when he comes down to Tucson because it takes him an hour and a half to get here, but then to get anywhere in the city, it's like another 20, 30, 40, 55 minutes.
Yeah, he drives to Nevada, Las Vegas. He drives up there. I don't know. But let's talk about cigar, okay? What is the smallest size that you enjoy for cigar?
Corona.
Corona?
Cigars, Chapin. Cigars.
A Corona, actually a Corona or what do they call them? The Panatellas? They're almost like a Lancero, but they're not. like a small
They're really
Lonsdale or
long,
Panatella.
thin.
Lonsdale. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not quite a Lancero. I mean, I do like some Lanceros.
Not
but
many
they're
brand
quite
makes
a
that
Lancero.
size though. Not many brand makes that size.
Yeah, like the Cuevas, that Flaco that they made, that was actually a Panatella.
That's actually not the smallest size. That's more like the smallest gauge, right? Because it's actually long. It's not
Yeah.
short. So.
So are you talking length or are you talking ring gauge?
I think I'm talking about in terms of both, right? You know,
Like
in
if
respect,
all around, yeah, a Corona or a Rothschild is actually the smallest one that I would enjoy consistently.
and if you, and you know, for a while it was kind of popular for
46
people to
ring
get
gauge, yeah.
those like really smaller size cigars. You know what I'm talking about? Those really small size cigars. For a while that was very popular. I wonder how many people actually enjoy those, because there were a few that I tried did not taste like anything close to the original, in terms of regular sizes. So I don't know if anybody enjoy those. You know, the short one that I enjoy is the Davidoff one that I actually enjoy a lot. Those are the smallest size I enjoy. In fact, I actually like the Cubans in this kind of smaller size than the big ones.
Holy shit!
You guys
It's
gotta
raining up here.
realize that
Yeah, I can hear it. It's raining.
up until about the 80s, a 46 ring gauge was a large ring gauge cigar.
46 ring gauge is a large size cigar.
I remember.
Yeah, up until the 80s, yeah.
I was watching a Western the other day, and he pulls out a Robusto, and I was like, Robustos weren't around fucking Western time.
Robusto didn't come out until like the 80s.
Yeah. So I was telling Stacy, I was like, he's smoking a bigger cigar than they were even being made back there. The freaking longest or the freaking biggest size cigar was like a 42 or 45.
Cigar
46. Romeo and Juliet was like the Churchill was like a 46 ring gauge.
By the time they don't talk about ring gauge though, I think that when Cuban cigar like to use numbers, right? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Yeah. That kind of thing to talk about sizes. And then anything smaller than a number 1, they give a name. They give a name. So
yeah, but we're still talking about that. That was the ring gauge anyway. You know, it was 46 was a fat cigar.
You know, majority of the time, what Asians see on TV, movies, and stuff like that, the cigar is always either something like bigger than a Robusto, like maybe slightly bigger than a Robusto, or actual Toro or Churchill sizes. They never show something like this tiny for cigars. Because it doesn't look manly, I guess.
Man, it cooled off about 20 degrees in a matter of 5 minutes.
Nice.
Isn't that good for you? That's pretty good for you,
yeah.
right? You've been saved by weather.
It's raining like a mofo, though. And the wind's about 45 mile an hour.
Corona size seems to be a good size, but I think that, you know, I think Corona is like borderline not enough at that point. Borderline not enough. What I mean by that, like complexity in terms of filling and all that stuff. Corona is like borderline not enough. It starts to feel very dull and not complex at that point.
Yeah, but that was a standard size cigar though for years and years and years and years.
Yeah, but you know, if you gotta talk about that, a lot of Cubans, you know, because the reason I talk about Cubans is because that's like what it started, right? A lot of Cubans were not complex.
I mean, they still use the Corona size for deciding how many cigars will fit into a box, into a humidor. You buy a 100 count humidor, it's 100 Coronas that fit into it, you know.
Right, for like, you know, for Cohiba, the most popular are still Siglo 1 and 2s, and I mean those were very popular compared to like the rest of them, and then yeah.
So that was a normal size Cuban. I mean,
yeah, that was a normal size Cuban. Like people don't realize that, you know, those Siglo tiny ones, they were actually more normal than like a Robusto size, right? Or something like Multi Crystal. They're like thick. Those like thick, long Churchill size cigar, those are not normal. It's like, you know, when you go see, you know, people smoking back in the day, they're actually like that tiny. They're nothing bigger than that. I don't know when did they start making those big ones, but you know, I do rarely see people smoke those really big cigars.
Like I said, the Robusto came out in the 80s. You know, it was like you watch movies and stuff with or films of Churchill. When he's smoking these big old stogies, you know, are not real big stogies, really. They're pretty skinny cigars.
Yeah, they were a 40. What were they? I think they were a 46.
By
the size that he had made?
46
7 by
ring gauge,
46, yeah.
Yeah, 7 by 46. Like I said, that was a big cigar back then.
That's
Yeah,
why they
like,
named
I
it Churchill, because he smoked that much.
Yeah.
His
that's
smoking
smart.
habits abnormal, so.
All the older guys that I remember smoking cigars when I was a kid, almost all of them smoked Coronas. Maybe a Churchill, but like 90% of the time it was a Corona.
Yeah, because not everybody wanted a 7-inch cigar, you know.
I mean, dude, if you're gonna like, there's only certain ones I really enjoy in a Churchill. So if they're like, hey, somebody's like, hey, I'll give you, you know, this Churchill or a Corona. Like 99% of the time, I'm gonna grab a Corona because I like that size.
I rarely
unless
buy
it's like
Churchill
an Oliva.
sizes. They're way too long.
like the
I don't have
Oliva
that much time to
Churchills.
finish it. I'll be fine with a smaller ring if I can get it at least 6 inches long, and that was the norm. Huh.
I had an Oliva V Milanio Churchill that had been sitting for like over a year and a half, something like that. And I actually smoked that when I was off this last time, sitting out here when I was working on the website on my porch. Dude, that was one where I was like, okay, I could smoke a Churchill of this one.
Yeah, the Olivas I really like in a Churchill.
But that's like 2 or 3 hours smoke.
Yeah.
Churchills are good for these live events. The Churchill's the right size.
You know, I would think that it would, but at the same time, I would rather smoke 2 Robusto than 1 Churchill. I don't know, that's just me.
Yeah, it's because you get tired of a cigar after a while, Tony, and then you want something different.
Yeah. Complexity, all right? Complexity. So I want to talk about this because somebody posted this, all right? I think Steve Saka posted something about oral cancer.
Yeah, about this test that you can have made, you know, at your dentist.
But here's the thing, though. You can tell whether or not you're getting oral cancer. You don't need to test it. Right? Oral cancer starts out as a sore. It opens up as an open wound sore. Okay?
Yeah, but it's almost too late. It's almost too late at that point, though.
No. You can feel it opened up in the beginning.
Now when they're doing that mouth swab testing, that they're doing cell testing with that, right?
Yeah, to see whether or not you have a rogue cell.
Okay.
But that's the thing. That's not 100% because it's not your entire mouth.
Right. That's what I was wondering. I was like, how accurate is that?
It's the same thing as I can say that today you don't have COVID-19, but tomorrow you could.
Yeah.
Right? So when it comes to oral cancer, the best way to see it is you have a sore that does not recover in a week. That's when you got to go to the doctor, and that's still not too late, okay? If you have a sore that doesn't recover in a week, or even get better in a week, that's when you go to the doctor that you might have oral cancer.
Yeah, the only time I have issues like canker sores, like if I've got an extreme like acid imbalance and I'm a little dehydrated and for some reason I bite the inside of my mouth or something like that, oh yeah, that'll be pain in the ass.
Yeah, so like, you know, I think when people don't have to worry about that, and so you got to go to a dentist to get an oral cancer test. When you do that, your doctor's like, this guy has issue. That's marking in their file. Every time they comes here, we gotta say that he has some issues, okay? That's what you gotta. But I think that, you know, it's not something that you have to worry about. Oral cancer is not that common, and then it's easy to spot because it actually have a sore, okay? And actually, you can tell that it's actually not recovering. 1 week is a good time, okay? If it's not getting better in 1 week, that's when you go see your doctor. It's still not too late. It's still not too late at that point.
So that's the thing about cigar smoking is like, on average, the guys that you ever see that generally have oral cancer and they say they're cigar smokers, most of the time I have noticed that either they were huge they were huge into like dipping, or they were literally had a cigar hanging out of their mouth all the damn time, and they're sitting there chewing on it and shit.
Yeah.
It's true.
Dr. Wang. Brandon's getting in on this. Dr. Wang.
I'll take that title. That's actually my correct title. That's actually how everybody should be addressing me. I do have my PhDs.
I'm gonna ship every one of your orders as Dr. Wang.
I have a lot of things mailed to me, Dr. Wang's, including medical journal, sending to me as Dr. Wang. So yeah. Anyways, just so you know, it's not that scary. Don't scare yourself to that. A lot of time, the surface chemical that is making, that's constantly, okay, you cannot get cancer without cell going rogue. You cannot get cell going rogue unless you're significantly damaging yourself for some reason. Okay, for some reason. So if you don't dip, you don't stuff, that kind of stuff, you're not damaging yourself that much. And always brush your teeth after you smoke cigar. Like, it really does matter. Whatever the residuals are actually killing the cell around it. So if you brush your teeth, rinse your mouth, chances are so low. I mean, you can get cancer, like oral cancer, for doing like, literally washing your mouth too often can give you oral cancer, right? Because so long as you kill your cell, you regenerate your cell. The faster you regenerate your cells, you're more likely to have a rogue cell. And then when you have a rogue cell that doesn't stop producing, that's when you have cancer. So it's actually not that complicated. Keep your oral hygiene, go do your mouth washing and all that stuff. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I feel better now.
No, because you have no idea how many women are afraid of breast cancer because they just like have history of breast cancer. There's so many false positives that make women remove their breasts because they think they have breast cancer when they don't. And there's actually quite a bit of breast tumors and lumps that are benign, so they're actually nothing. And then they go remove it.
That's what my wife's mother passed away from when she was like 10 or 11. And so they, since she had a history in her family, they started doing like her.
The mother passed away when she was 10 or 11?
Pardon?
The mother passed away when she was 10 or 11?
No, right?
No.
My wife's mother passed away when my wife was 10 or 11. And that's what she passed away from was breast cancer. And so since she had a history in her family, they started doing her mammograms at age 30.
And even at age 30, I can tell you that's too early for mammogram.
I don't know. My insurance covers it, and so I don't really care.
Yeah.
So do it all you want.
Well, actually, you gotta know that's radiation going to your boob.
They do the standard one, and they do the MRI every other year.
Still, radiation going to your boob. Any sort of penetrating sound or penetrating rays is radioactive. So you're putting more stuff for your body to recover than that. That's why people have so many problems going through the airports, X-ray, right? All you have to do is that. You actually get more radiation sitting on an airplane than not. But you're putting on there when you don't need to. Again, for breast cancer nowadays, the technology is so advanced that you can remove that at first 2 stage and you'll survive. True. First 2 stage and survive. And know that if you get a treatment prior to that, right? Let's say if I get a treatment at no stage, all right? And I remove the breast and I got a lump after that, that will automatically be stage 4. It's
Red is a rare form, man.
All right? If you recover from any sort of cancer and you get it again, automatic stage 4. Because it has spread right away. Because that the container that keeps those cells together, the lump, the tumor, whatever, has been opened. So now it's spread. Stage 4 automatically.
So the regeneration already has the ability to be extremely advanced extremely quickly once that happens.
No. So basically, let's tell this in a basic way. Mole, a piece of mole on your body could go rogue and become cancerous, right? But because the mole area has a layer outside that entraps those tumor cells in there, that normally doesn't spread. So you can have mole that's totally fine, right? Everybody has mole here and there, a dot somewhere, right? So that's totally fine. There are people that have mole for the rest of their life and never go wrong. But there are people that when you remove the mole that's not active, actually spread that mole, that cancer cell and end up getting skin cancer. So think of it as a bag, right? A bag of water that has the cancerous cells in there. If you never open it up, it might be in that bag forever. But once you open it up, it could go anywhere.
So even though, but that's now what keeps it from spreading in and of itself on its own?
The cell wall.
It's already there.
The tumor is its own item, right? It doesn't go. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It eventually ruptures and goes everywhere, right? So you have that enclosure in there. So that's why the first 2 stages are okay. It's not spreading anywhere. It's just there, right? Once it starts to spread, now the cell is reproducing each other. DNA is telling you that, hey, there's no stop. Just keep creating the cells. And overgrowth of cell is what cancer is.
Just think of it as a solution in a Movita pack.
Yeah, just think of it.
Yeah, like a Movita pack.
Right? Just think of it that unless you go touch it, in the first 2 stages, it's entrapped. It's in there. It's controllable. That's why first 2 stages of cancer found early stage, right, is treatable. You can choose to remove that tissue. You can choose to radioactively kill it, whatever. But once you get to the late stage, it's spread. It's everywhere. It can go anywhere. And that's why once you have like a cancer remove or cancer treatment, if it's completely gone, when you get it again, it's automatically stage 4 because it has found ability to go everywhere. Automatic.
So every time you send out an order, Michael, I'm thinking you just sent me some cancer, man, when I see that Movita pack.
So no Movita packs for you. All right, I got you.
There you go,
so yeah, cancer is a very scary thing, but if you keep good attention to yourself, like knowing that you smoke, knowing that you dip, knowing that you smoke cigarettes, you pay attention to, your mouth to see if you get sores that doesn't recover and stuff like that. Same thing with skin cancer, right? If you get a mole that has a wound but never recovers for a week or so, that's when you go see a doctor, and it's still not too late at that point.
Cigarettes, he's talking to you, Chapin.
Cigarette,
Newports.
the difference between a cigarette and a cigar is that filter. It's really what that filter does that kills you. Okay? That filter has more chemical reaction because it heats up than the rest of the thing that's burning. Right? The paper, yeah, you can probably smoke the paper, it'll be fine. Right? The tobacco, regardless of what that is, it's that soot, that grease from those chemical reacting in the heated filter that is in your mouth that's giving you the issue.
You talk about smoking cigarettes, that brings back bad memories when I was younger.
Right? So a lot of people don't understand. They're like, oh, cigarette's safe because I can do filter on top of filter. Those things are what kills you. It's actually, if you just simply burn the cigarette tobacco itself, it's probably not nearly as bad as having that filter in there.
I smoked Camel no filters for a while.
Yeah, but cigars don't have that issue because tobacco on tobacco, heated tobacco is still tobacco, right? Mm-hmm. But obviously you're smoking a heated tobacco to start with. But heated chemical fiberglass filter, let's not even talk about heated fiberglass, okay? Fiberglass alone can give you cancer.
Rub it on your skin and find out what happens.
Oh, you don't even have to rub it. Just go to the attic. Just touch things around. Touch things around.
Yeah. That's somebody didn't know that when I was teaching them how to do body work and use body filler, or you're actually using layered fiberglass. And they're like, that's the only time I wear gloves. They're like, why do you wear gloves? I was, you get this shit on your skin, you're gonna find out it's gonna itch so damn bad because the fibers are so small.
Yeah, it hooks up to your skin surface.
Freaking needles. It's really
it's
little
terrible.
needles sticking into your skin. Yeah.
Okay, so why people why it's so bad about filter? Well, those are made out of fiberglass and cotton, so you really don't want those in your body ever.
So what's crazy is that back in the day, they'd put asbestos and shit in toothpaste.
Yeah, and paint and floors and yeah. Well, they didn't know better.
They probably put asbestos in those damn cigarette filters.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's a best bombing agent.
That's the big thing here. My house that I live in right now is built in 1954. So most of the houses that are built pre-70s, when you go and you get down to the bare floor, almost all of them had this vinyl composition tile. And all the mastic that they used and the tile was all asbestos. And so people used to freak out when they found that out when we were taking it out. They're like, oh, asbestos and exposure. I was like, for one, you guys don't understand how asbestos works. You got to grind it up into a powder before there's a problem. But yeah, there's asbestos everywhere.
I wonder what's that name of asbestos?
It just sounds so bad to start with.
It sounds good.
It sounds like it sounds like it was an advertising thing, you know. This stuff insulated is as best as you can get.
So Jason Martin says that he's been smoking Marble Lights for 32 years and haven't had one for 2 years now. It feels so much better. So yeah, congratulations. You have saved your own life. I know a lot of people probably have seen a smoke lung, like people who smoke cigarettes, their lungs.
Yeah.
And it's all like, all shriveled up and nasty and stuff like that. To be honest with you, you cannot tell if that's actually from the smoke or the chemical that's in the filter. And most likely it's the chemical in that filter. Because once you think of it as this, okay? Fiberglass with the cigarette soot get hooked onto your lung and that doesn't come out. That's how your lungs gonna look like. Right? So cigarettes so bad for you. If you take a while, you still have chance to recover your lung. Your lung does kind of recover through time. The cell regenerates and stuff like that. A little bit at a time. Not a lot, a little bit. But you still it's still not too late. If you still smoke cigar and cigarette, again, quit the cigarette, okay? Quit the cigarette because that's what's killing you.
Yeah, Chapin.
It's like I've always been extremely active. Like I still ride my bike and all those things like that. And smoking cigars, I've got zero breathing problems, like stamina, any of that stuff. But somebody that smokes cigarettes, you take and you do the same thing. You throw them on, have them go ride with me. Even if they're in somewhat good shape, they're dying, man.
That's been proven though. A lot of sports players smoke cigar with no negative effect to their performance. Yeah. A lot of players that start smoking cigarettes does found negative effect. I think including Micallef, he found negative effect when he started smoking cigarette, weed, and all that stuff. So there is a proven negative effect for smoking cigarettes and affect your lung. But there is a study that smoking cigar actually doesn't do that kind of damage to you because you don't put it in your lung.
Yeah, that's what I could smoke like 5 or 6 cigars. I can, as long as I'm not lightheaded, right? I could go and stay hydrated, and I can still go ride 50, 60 miles.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to live longer, enjoy more cigars, quit that cigarette. Quit that cigarette, okay? We said it many times. You're not gonna find a CEO of a cigarette company smoking cigarette for that good reason.
Now, the reason most people are addicted to cigarettes anyway is because of the mental thing, the mental aspect.
It's a mind over matter. I quit, no problem. I quit cold turkey.
Yeah, it's the mental thing. It's just having that time or having something to do with your hands. Taking your mind off of other stuff.
Cigars. You can get smaller cigars. You can get smaller cigar. You can get gum, chew gums. I know that it's like it became a muscle memory. Once you smoke a lot, it becomes muscle memory. Literally, when I was in a Chinese meeting event, the cigarette don't stop. If your cigarette stop, an elderly will hand you another one. It will never end. Okay. So yeah. I still remember when you can smoke on airplane.
I was going through like 1 or 2 packs of gum a day at first. Man.
Because that urge.
It's I was angry, and like you get a little bit of serotonin boost when you chew gum, and so that helped a little bit. Yeah.
The thing about quitting cigarette is that to quit something that's addicting, you find something that's even more addicting. Sugar. So start eating sugar-free food, you will actually quit cigarettes.
Dude, I was so bad. I was drinking a good 40 ounces at least of freaking Dr. Pepper a day, easily.
Yeah, that's how you quit. You start to stretch eat. Start to have a rebound eating. So yeah, when you can smoke in a cigarette airplane, I can tell you at that time, airplane is not that comfortable. Okay, you've seen all those like beautiful table, like nice sofa and stuff like that on airplane back in the days. I can tell you that's not comfortable at all. Back in the day, people were like dying on the airplane, turbulent, going everywhere. The whole airplane shake like left and right. There's no way to enjoy anything on the airplane. So yeah, that. Having cigarettes pretty much just to knock them out, so they don't even think about cigarette. The airplane ride was bad. It's something I quit opiates, but struggle with cigarette. That should say something. That should say that you need to smoke more cigars and less cigarettes.
It's still a mental thing, I started smoking cigarettes to take in the army just to be able to take a break from work.
Cigarettes are one of the most addictive things out there. Yeah.
I saw it right away in the army. Everybody that smoked, they got to take a cigarette break, and everybody that didn't smoke got to keep working.
Got smart right there, right? But yeah, that's still, you know, and it takes a big financial toll because you end up spending so much more money on cigarette than cigar. Actually, I think that you would. Cigarette costs quite a bit of pretty penny nowadays, and you'll be spending a lot more just to keep out your daily thing. And there's nothing celebratory about smoking a cigarette, right? You don't feel like it's a celebration when you smoke cigarette. You do.
Well, no, there's a couple
stop
things
it!
that you-
Stop it!
All right.
I think I spent more money on cigars in the last 2 years than I ever did on cigarettes.
But isn't that like a reward of your hard working, like, you know, stressful day, rather than having a cigarette? That's you know, just doing it for because you have to.
No, okay. You got to think about it like this. You got to think of people that are, especially nowadays. Let's say they're a 2-pack a day person. That's pushing $20, depending on where you live.
That's 2 sticks.
Right, and so you got what $140 a week.
Yeah.
Are you going to spend that much in cigars a week? Probably not.
Probably not.
Well,
Brendan Chapin says, I roll my own cigarettes. It's $30 a week. Get out of here.
Stop
you're
it.
talking about the cigarette prices for today and not the time I was buying cigarettes.
Yeah,
And
cigarette.
the price of cigarettes is actually the cigarette price has actually gone up to keep people from buying cigarettes.
The cigarette
Right.
price,
Really
the
don't
cigar
cost
prices
that
go down
much.
too, though.
They don't really cost that much to produce.
It's the taxes on it. Like the cigarette tax is
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous.
And the government loves
it's
it.
to keep- they kept raising the price, raising the tax, and raising the tax to get people to stop smoking.
Jason Mountain was spending
said-
$60 a week.
They said if we make it expensive enough, people will stop spending the money on it, but they didn't.
I know. I will see people. You'll see people that I've known. They are broke as fuck. But man, they always somehow have that money to go buy a pack or a carton or whatever. So
Because they have no choice to set that budget aside. They have no choice.
yeah, you do just quit.
Right. If you
Yeah,
quit.
just-
See,
just-
$60 a week, that's a premium cigar every day.
Mhm.
Yeah, but people at work, people doing work, and they need to do something. They need to take a break from work, and cigarette is a good reason to stop and have a break and take,
Because I saw
you
the
get
number
used to that.
60. Here's the thing, okay? Jason Martin, $60 a week is an entire bundle of one of those short stacks from Michael.
They're actually less than $60.
They're like 50
Think
something.
about that.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you think about $60 a week, that's not reasonable at all compared to an enjoyment of life versus a habit. Right?
Well,
But good
But
thing
see, in the
Jason Martin is
long
no longer
run-
doing that. I mean, that is a smart decision. Smart
Mark
decision.
Dean.
But in the long run, Tony, they'll be smoking less because they have a bigger cigar. So they're smoking what, an hour as opposed to 10-minute breaks, 5-minute breaks
Yeah.
every couple or whatever.
Not only that, it's better for you, right? You know, overall, it's better for your health. Overall, you can now use that 1 hour and really get a significant relief to your body, your mental, that 1 hour, rather than 15 minutes. It's like telling you to go take a nap for an hour versus take a nap for 15 minutes. Which one you rather have, right? I'd rather take a rest for 1 hour rather than 15 minutes. Really use that 1 hour to say, hey, you did a good job today. Whether it's working, whether it was doing a chore, whether it was doing something that you need to get done, or accomplishment, or let's say, it could be someone got a promotion or something to celebrate. That 1 hour had a meaning versus that 5 minute of cigarette really had no meaning. You're just doing it because you feel like you have to.
See, I've never struggled with addiction or anything like that, but I mean, I would look at it as if you smoke cigarettes, you take 15-minute breaks every so often. If you were to smoke a cigar and you know that you're going to smoke a cigar, it's like a reward. Like, okay, I get off at 5 o'clock. I can sit down and have my one cigar and feel much better as opposed to taking like cigarette breaks and not feeling anything. It's more of a relaxation in the long run because you're getting more enjoyment out of being able to sit down and enjoy a cigar.
Yeah, your money actually had a meaning to it. The money that you spend, you're getting your money worth, rather than the cigarette. You're really not Let's not to mention the cigarette amount of tobacco you're actually getting is not that much. Okay, you probably put together an entire pack of cigarette. You have enough. You have enough tobacco to put together maybe a Corona.
Let's say
after they
I
packed it
took
in.
and I forgot the price because I did see that one time where it's they priced out exactly how much tobacco is in one. It is so insignificant.
Right, so you know, when you purchase something, make it your money worth rather than not, right? So give it a reason, right? When you buy a new clothes, you reward yourself with new clothes, right? When you buy a new pants, new shoes, you reward yourself with that. You buy a new hat, you reward yourself with that. But cigarette is not really a reward, you know? It's
No, but
addiction.
you have to look at it like this. You're at work, and I've seen the guys at work. Every once in a while they'll go and take a cigarette break and have a 10-minute, cigarette break, and they'll do that about 7 or 8 times in the shift, and they get away with it because it's only like 5 or 10 minutes that they're taking off, and it doesn't get noticed as much.
Look at all that
But if
time
you
they're
put
getting
all
they're
that
getting
time-
paid.
If you put all that time together and take a 1-hour break, then your boss is going to come to you and say, "Hey, what the hell are you doing here? An hour, not doing anything."
But you don't have to do it at work. That's the thing. That's the beauty of cigar is that you don't have to do it at a specific time. You don't have that urge to say, "I need it right now," right? You can use that as a reward rather than getting away from work. That's actually not healthy. If you don't like your work that much, you probably had the wrong job.
Yeah, but a big part of cigarette smoking happens at work.
That's the problem, isn't it? That means you hate your work, and then you go out there, and then you hate your life when you smoke cigarettes.
That means that is most people, though. Most people hate their job.
But
I have a guy that I work with that smokes those little Cuban cigarillos.
Yeah.
And that's what he takes his breaks on. But that's what he enjoys. But he does the same thing as the cigarette smokers when he just uses the Cuban cigarillo size.
But does he goes out like 15 times a day? He doesn't, right? He goes like 1 time a day, maybe.
No, he goes about 4 times he uses 4 times in an 8-hour shift.
Oh, that's quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, but it just doesn't get noticed as much because you're only gone 10 minutes and you're back at work, and they figure the boss is not going to see that.
So, Chapin said, "What makes it hard for me is I can't smoke at my machine. You can smoke a cigar at your machine. That's the same thing. Go get a Churchill. It'll last you an entire shift."
Yep.
So that's not an excuse to smoke cigarette.
Yeah, but you get a cigar and you can smoke it, and you have to put it down to start working, and then you got to relight your cigar, and then you got to take the first couple of puffs with that nasty, because it went out.
No, see, that's the thing. When you do a cigarette, the same thing. 5 minutes later, you had to relight another one.
Yeah, but you're relighting another one, and so you're getting a fresh one. You're not relighting something that's just already been lit.
What is that? I don't see the difference here. You're still relighting something. You still taste the relight of things.
No, you're not relighting it the same cigarette twice. You're lighting it one time.
But
and then you're
if you
it.
do it quick enough, it's not gonna make a difference.
Sure, it does.
No, it doesn't. Quick enough. Like how many times we have to touch up our cigars? Come on, everybody does that.
Touching up because it's not burning.
No, my cigar will go out once in a while, and I will just relight it.
Relighting it because it's completely out is 2 different things.
I have done relighting because it's completely out many times because I was talking to people. That doesn't change anything.
The first couple of puffs aren't so great,
Still, compared to that, if you get a Churchill cigar versus 15 different cigarettes, that first couple of puffs is negligible. There's like not even think about it, kind of thing.
I know, but we're just talking about the practicality of the whole thing at work.
It's practical. I think it's very practical.
Here's the solution. We just need to have Chapin buy a shit ton of bundled Churchill cigars. That problem solved.
Right? Bundled Churchill cigar, problem solved. It'll be cheap enough. It will save his money. It will save his life. And he will look like a badass smoking it while he's working. Right? You like have a big gigantic cigar on the side. When somebody walks into the shop, he turns up, "What's up?" With a big cigar in his hand.
Brandon needs all the help he can get.
How about this? If you don't think
Brandon's not used to having anything that big in his hands. So
how about have Brendan Chapin smoke a woody every day? It will last the entire shift. Entire shift plus the time he goes home. He will not taste the relighting. I guarantee you will not taste the relighting. It'll be filtered before there. Right? Woody? Good? And you will totally look like a super badass every time he does it.
Yeah, but if he goes in and tries to smoke a woody, they'll tell him he can't smoke at his machine anymore. Fuck it up.
And $50 a day, you know. $50 a day to smoke, you know, it's a lot.
And I know it's cheap, and that'll take him 3 days to smoke that. So, you know, he does 2 egg rolls. So I don't know. I don't know. I think that's reasonable. Anyway, on the YouTube side, it's 11:17, so we're gonna close up before this YouTube episode gets too long. So if you want to join the chat room,